To those of you who have joined us, I just want to implore you to please like, share the broadcast, okay? After reading the caption of the broadcast, the description of the broadcast, YouTube is kind of like a crazy right now, but you can make it better by ensuring that those of you who got the notifications and joined, you don't just join, okay? So share it. Tonight, as the caption of the broadcast self-described, right? It is the ongoing trend among the Gen Zs concerning their 2027 elections, as it is already going mainstream. Tifnumbu and his gang, excuse me, they are not leaving any stone unturned. And so is Obi and other guys talking about a coalition. Peter Obi's movement, or should I say Peter Obi's, what do you call it? Like a whirlwind that passed through the political space of Nigeria, still kind of like is shocking to some, political experts, as they will say, to describe how did he become this such a huge phenomenon, especially among the young people. There are those who have the answers, and that is not just what we want to delve into tonight. Okay, so these Gen Zs, most of them who are going to be voting for the first time, as the older adult, like the older generation, have become weary of their charade that they call election in Nigeria, when most are pretty much no longer interested, and others are also losing interest because of the compromised umpire, as well as the corrupt system, judiciary, all of them all combined. So a lot of us have considered it as a waste of time. So therefore, those of you who are going to be watching this, you are likely going to be coming from that demography, and you are likely going to be seeing them from that, or viewing them from that same lens, the lens of, oh, look at them, they are so naive. You get what I mean? The real thing to be done is this, not elections. This is for the adults, you will say. However, they are becoming one too, as they have been seeing their own parents, uncles struggle day in, day out. And most of them these days have their own smartphones, meaning they are not just making TikTok videos about dancing or any trending what have you. You now have on your hand a generation that is becoming politically aware. I use the word becoming, because between now and that year 2027, you may have a huge, well, not you, Tifnumbu and his gang, or the establishment generally, they may have a very huge problems on their hands. A lot of people are fed up with the entire system and how these criminals are ruining the contraption. Majority of them, all right, especially the young people, like I said, they watch their own parents, they watch their guardians, they watch their own uncles, aunties, struggle. Hardworking people, or could barely get by. And they themselves are kind of like being politically aware now, right? They can tell in that their mind that a change of leadership, or a better leadership, will likely put things better as young as they are, rather than saddle themselves with other pretty much like a frivolities. The criminals who have ruined Nigeria and still ruining Nigeria, they may not be aware of this, right? But it is manifesting. They have slowly created a system that has radicalized a generation. And what they can do, right, or what they will do, nobody can genuinely or correctly predict. especially now that they are aware that indeed the election system is rigged, the election system is fraudulent, and it is a pure waste of time. They heard their own parents say all of that. They heard their own, family members and others, even neighbors, say all these things. But somehow, right, they have taken it upon themselves to start their own mobilization within their own generation to utilize their number. And fair enough, it is reported that Nigeria's population is somewhere around 220 million. We don't have the facts, but there's no proof of that. But let's work with that number. It is also said that 70% of that population are young people who are between the ages of 0 and 35, meaning it is a country of the huge population of young people. If half of them become so much like politically aware, right? That's the time bomb on your hands. And it's a two-way thing, meaning if according to what they themselves are aware of, right? If they genuinely have their own counter action towards rigging, violence, and the rest of that, with their numbers, they can neutralize any sponsored violence during elections. And they are aware. They seem to be aware now. I'll show you. They've started their own campaign, and their campaign is about telling their peers to go and get their voters card, their first-time voters. And that's going to be like some millions there too. So they are going to make the work of Tifnumbu and his gang harder. In fact, that is what I'm saying. Will they be able to force the hand of the establishment to find it difficult to rig them? Maybe. But again, those of you are like older people, I kindly plead with you to not see or listen to them or watch them, by the way, through the lens of your own experience. I understand that experience, they say, is the best teacher. And life is a teacher as well. They say the more you live, the more you learn, right? Well, I want you to pay attention to their messages and how they are all repeating themselves in a way that you can tell they want that particular message for the particular demography. And with in this day and time of social media and the internet, you have no idea how massive that can be. Genuinely, it's trending. I don't know how many of you have seen them. I have a couple of their clips here. Let's start with that. The Gen Z who says they are for Obi for the year 2027.
Listen up, Nigerians. This is not politics. This is Peter Obi or not. First-time voter. This is our time. If you're a first-time voter, your voice matters a lot. Let us vote for a future we believe in. As a student, I've watched my friends graduate into unemployment. It is so scary. But then, I heard Peter Obi talk about creating job opportunities and education for us. Let us vote a man whose hands are clean, a man who sees us as a solution, not a problem. What do we want? Peter Obi. When do we want him? 2027. Why do we want him? We want him for a better future. If you have your PVC, use it. If you don't have, get it now. This election is our chance to take back the future.
Good day, Nigerians. In this 2027 election, let's be honest, it's Peter Obi or nothing, period. Any coalition or political party that is serious about defeating this current administration, that truly wants to take down Tinubu's structure, must think Peter Obi first. Give him the ticket or just forget about it. Because if it's not Obi, the movement is dead on arrival. He is the only one with organic support. People show up for Obi, not because of his money, but because of what he stands for: commitment, credibility, integrity, and vision. Me, I just turned 19, and I'm a first-time voter. I'm registering for my PVC because of him. No Nigerian politician has ever made me believe in the system except him. A man that has consistently shown commitment in the lives of young people. A man of character, results, and serious purpose. So if you're building a coalition and Peter Obi is not leading it, I beg, no waste our time, because it is simple. At the end of the day, it's Peter Obi or nothing. Period.
Hi, I'm a first-time voter. I'm a member of the Gen Z for Peter Obi, and I'll be voting for Peter Obi 2027 as the president of Nigeria because he can take Nigeria from consumption to production. He invests in young people. He loves young people, and as a young girl, my future can only be saved with Peter Obi as president. Nigeria is tired of breaking promises. We need a leader who listens, plans, and delivers. Peter Obi is not like the rest. He improved schools, healthcare, and paid salaries on time. No drama, no waste, just results. If we want real change, not just words, vote Peter Obi, vote hope, vote a new Nigeria. Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm a first time voter for Peter Obi and I'll be voting Peter Obi 2027 because I know he's capable to make Nigeria a better place. He's a man of integrity and he's going to do whatever he promised. So guys, vote him. Thank you. Gen Z for Peter Obi. Poor.
Hi guys, my name is Princess. I'm a first time voter and I'm going to be voting for Peter Obi in this upcoming election. I believe that he is more than capable to handle the affairs of the country and make Nigeria a better place.
Hi guys, I'm a member of the Gen Z for Peter Obi and I'll be voting Peter Obi for the 2027 election because he's competent and he's able to make Nigeria a better place. I'm also voting because I want to secure my future as a Gen Z.
PVC registration don't start though. You feel say they don't already write the election result, get your PVC first. You feel say they don't already rig the election, get your PVC first. You feel say INEC no go allow our vote count, get your PVC first. You feel say Nigeria no feel better, my brother and sister, no conclude, get your PVC first. Anyhow you feel we get our PVC for hand, then we come together, go defend our vote. PVC registration don't start. Go register for your PVC. In fact, carry everybody, make them go register. Me as a first time voter, I don't register, I know they waste time. Our vote, now our voice, and our voice must be heard. It better me you get them, say you no need them, than for you to need them, say you no get them. Get your PVC.
You feel say they don't already write election result. First get your PVC. You feel say they don't already rig election. First get your PVC. You feel say INEC no go allow our vote count. First get your PVC. You feel say this country no go better. First get your PVC. Anyhow way you feel get your PVC for hand. Then come together, make we defend our votes. Our votes na our voice. Stay safe.
Hi everyone.
Right. Again, like I said, they are young and they are not stupid. As someone who have sort of like witnessed about 4, 5, or I've been witnessing the election since 1999. And I didn't cast my vote, my first vote, until 2003. Because I think that was around the time I turned 18 or 19. Right? And then I have been participating in their charade since then. So from experience, when you're talking about rigging, somebody like me would tell a Gen Z, a young person, not to waste his or her time, because at the end of the day, this is what it's going to be like from my experience. And I will likely be right or even wrong. Because from my own experience as well, there's something I figured out. As corrupt as the system is, there are areas, there have been instances where the establishment concluded on how the election will go. And surprisingly, surprisingly for them, people actually turned up. So rigging or no rigging that we are talking about, right? You need voters apathy. Voters apathy is when people are not interested. You get that now? Oh, it's a waste of time. And those who showed up are just there for commercial, transactional voters. Pay me if you want me to vote. But in areas where people actually overwhelmingly turned up, it's been proven many times that it's been very difficult for them to turn the tide. So from our own experience, it is a pure waste of time when you don't have a proper constitution that gives the umpire that conducts election its independence for real. A constitution that chooses who leads the empire or participates in your election through a rigorous screening and exercise that they have to present themselves to the public before they could become the head of the empire. Something like that. A place where a constitution that doesn't give the power to choose and dismiss who becomes the INEC chairman, that will be the beginning. Then an electoral reform. Electoral reform includes how you want your election to be conducted, for how long, and when should it end, and when should the result be announced, and all that stuff. What is the punishment for those who participate in electoral malpractices, rigging, or disruption of elections? All those things listed, starting with your constitution to your, do you understand? But it can't be like, say, or more. We are asking these rogues to commit, what do you call it? To kill themselves when you ask them to do the right thing. It's like saying, kill yourself. And it's actually crazy, right? I'm sorry, this is a little bit of a digression. I don't know. I'm somebody who pays attention to details, right? So here is something, right? On my screen, what I have on my studio screen is quite cooler when the camera is facing me like this, right? It's calmer than having half of my face so bright. It's crazy. See, my face is not like half bright, half dark, like a shadow. It's crazy what the settings for your camera and the lighting can do to the quality of the picture. But we'll go manage on, right? So let's continue. So these young people, they have the number, and somehow they are interested. That is a plus. Now, would they be able to be guided by those who they are like going to be on the side of? Guided in the sense that this and this are what you have to do. And honestly speaking, right, sometimes when we have this kind of conversation, it is sometimes like trying to jump the gun. That's why it sounds to some of these guys back in that contraption, when you're like, why can't they just do it like this or put it like this and all of that? But it's like jumping the gun, because there are a few information that I can share, right? Like, which I picked up out there. This their obedient movement that you had in 2022, 2023, the one they have now is a far, far, far better organized and more kind of like a grounded one that they continue to build on. They are working on not only to register as many people as possible. I mean, all these people who are getting voters card. So they are putting up, what do you call it? They are putting up a kind of, like a documentation, so to say, right? Building a support base, which is with a verified support base. So if you look at them and they say, oh, we currently have 10 million. What they are building behind the scene right now as we're watching this includes people who have this voters card, right? Who can say, I have mine now. Then you register, you become their member. So automatically they can tell where do they have their members, which local government, which ward, which state, and you get. Now they have the data they can work with compared to what they had back then. So they have this data of ensuring that they know what it takes to have their people everywhere now. They are kind of like building, and they are not really saying much out there, except when they make all those announcements. Please sign up here. Please join here. Get your confirmation this